Hey guys, today we're going to do a quick video on how I clean and sanitize my makeup brushes. I have a couple different methods that I'm going to show you guys today, so if you'd like to learn how to sanitize your makeup brushes, keep watching. Alright, so one of the first products that I like to use is the Daily Makeup Brush Cleaner, and this is by Sephora. Typically I use this if I'm doing a large wedding party or I'm doing a lot of makeups in one day. I'm able just to spray the brush and clean it in between clients to sanitize it. Now this doesn't get out gel liners, creamy makeups that you're using or anything that stained your brush. This is strictly for sanitizing in between clients. So this is a good little cleaner just to use if you wanted to sanitize your brushes every day. I recommend this one from Sephora. The next thing that you can use to clean your brushes is shampoo. I definitely prefer any shampoo that is sulfate free. That way it won't damage or dry your brushes out too much. This one is the Pureology Purify shampoo. You could also use baby shampoo if you want. These are effective in cleaning your brushes. And lastly, sometimes I will use Dawn dish soap because Dawn gets everything out, and a little bit of olive oil mixed with that. The olive oil helps to remove things that are really hard to get out. Oil helps remove oily or greasy things. You know how you could use Goo Gone to get sticky, gooey things off? It's kind of the same idea. So I'll mix those two together if I'm having a problem getting specific product out of my brushes. So I will show you guys how I use that. And sometimes for my brushes that I use daily after I'm done using them in the morning when I put my makeup on, I'll just take a makeup wipe and I'll wipe the brushes clean just so that they're clean for the next day. And it won't make the brushes wet so that they're unusable later on in the evening. So if you want to clean your brushes every day and they're not really caked up with product, you can use a makeup cleansing wipe to clean them. Alright, so first we're going to do the shampoo method. You're just going to want to take your brush, swirl it around in your finger to get it wet under the water, and you're not going to want to get your brush wet in the ferrule part, because if you do, water is going to get up and it's going to loosen the glue, and that's whenever you have brushes that break or fall apart. So you're just going to take a little bit of shampoo in the palm of your hand. You're going to take your brush, make sure that it's damp, and you're just going to swirl it gently around your hand. And just keep swirling until you don't see dirty bubbles anymore. I'm just going to keep swirling it around. You can take your fingers too if you have product really caked up. Usually cake liners, gel liners, things are harder to get out. Then you're just going to take it under your water and you're just going to rinse. Now if your handles are dirty and you have makeup on this part, usually I'll just take a makeup wipe, because like I said, I don't like to get this part of the brush wet because it can actually mildew and mold if you get water inside and it seeps into the wood. Alright, so once you've got your brush clean, you're going to squeeze it out gently, get all the excess water out. And you're going to want to keep the shape of the brush. Notice I'm not splaying the edges out so that you don't damage the brush. Alright. Whenever you let your brushes dry, you're never going to want to set them upside down in a cup like this. This is going to cause any water to seep down into the ferrule and the handle, which will cause the glue to loosen and this part to pop off, and it can also cause mold and mildew to grow inside of your brush. So once you have your brush like this, you can either lay it flat down on a towel to dry, or you can use a product called a brush guard. Now these are good because you slip them over the brush and it will help to hold the shape of the brush. So if you have a brush that can lose its shape easily, when I wash my brushes I like to slip one of these over the top of the brush, and it'll help maintain the shape of the brush. So this is what a brush guard looks like. So you just take it and slip it over the bottom of the brush and slide it all the way up, and it goes over the top of the brush, and it keeps the bristles nice and compact together so they don't splay out. Now at this point, if you left a little bit of free edge, you could tip it upside down in the cup to get the excess water out, and it wouldn't mess up your bristles. So sometimes I'll set them in a cup, but usually I just lay them flat to dry. And a brush guard isn't always necessary, but if you know you have a brush that doesn't hold its shape, or whenever you wash it, it splays out really easily, I do like the brush guards for that. And the brush guards come in every size. They come in sizes for kabuki brushes, powder brushes, eyeshadow brushes. So some of them are really small, and then of course some of them are larger for your larger size brushes. Alright, so my next method is what I use whenever I'm in between clients and I don't have time to wash all of my brushes. If I just need to sanitize them, I will take my daily brush cleaner and I'll take my makeup brush and I'll just spritz that on the brush. And then I'll just take a paper towel and I'll just swirl it around and squeeze the bristles. And like I said, this is really to make sure that you're sanitizing your brush the best you can in between clients. And most of these makeup brush cleaners are alcohol based, and that kind of kills all the germs. So in between clients, if I don't have time to wash all of my brushes, I will use that spray. And you see, it actually got a pretty good amount of product out just doing that. You could also spray the product into the paper towel and make it wet that way and swirl it around to get any excess product out. And then you can kind of wipe your handle off too. Alright, so now I'm just going to take my brush and I'm just going to stick it under warm water and swirl it around in my hand just to get it wet. And I'm going to take my olive oil and Dawn dish soap mixture and I'm going to swirl my brush around. I don't know if you can see that color change on camera, but how much stuff I'm getting out of that brush. And I'm not pushing down and splaying out the edges of my brush, I'm just gently swirling it in the mixture. If you push down too hard, you're going to ruin your brush. Alright, so once you've done that, I'm just going to take it again and I'm going to swirl it around in my hand and use my fingers to clean the brush. You can see it's already gotten a good bit of that pink out. And yes, this can be time consuming, but brushes are an investment, so you definitely want to take care of them. That way you don't have to purchase them constantly. Some of my brushes I've had going on 12 years now. Alright, so after you've swirled it a little bit and got more of the product out, you're going to take it back under your warm water and you're going to swirl it again. Squeezing out the excess water. And then you're going to squeeze out the excess gently. Keep the shape of the brush. And then you'll lay it flat to dry, or you can put your brush guard on and set it in a cup. Alright, so we're all done. And always remember, a clean brush is a happy brush.